Dang, look like I'm super huge. Then y'all can see how my stomach is. How it's swole to like it looks like I'm like pregnant. That's how deep this whole chemo thing. I thought it was gonna be for a minute where I'd be losing weight. But then I did lose weight, and then they started feeding me this chalky stuff that tastes kind of like Ensure, and it's to help gain my weight. And yeah, it's so weird, y'all. It is so weird. It makes you feel weird and crazy. But what the heck? Who is that I see? I don't know who that is, but I don't really care. Um, yeah. So, anywho, I got up this morning. I was supposed to work last night. I was trying to pick up some extra shifts because I had things to do, and I didn't get to do that. I really didn't. And uh, because of that, I was like, I'm trying to stay up and do some stuff, but I just fell on asleep after the new year. Um, and this morning, I got up super early, walked the dog, thank goodness, because it's icicles everywhere, y'all. It's icicles outside. Icicles. Just want you guys to know. Just want to bring that out there. No, but it was really, really cold. And I was exercising. It took me like 30 to 45 minutes to walk and get my items and well, not to get my items, to walk to the gym, which usually only takes 5 minutes tops. Well, the gym that I went to was 7 minutes. It used to take 7 minutes with all the lights being red. But without the lights being red, it'd be like 4 or 5 minutes. And plus in the morning, you're gonna hit the lights. And even after that, it's not that many people getting up that early. So it probably would have been 4 minutes, 5 minutes tops. But anyhow, because of the ice, well, it wasn't as bad as it was about 20 minutes going there and like 30 to 35 minutes coming back because of the weather. It was so bad. And I was just like, man, I should have just stayed at home. But I knew I was like, if I start off this year with the wrong foot and not doing what I know I'm supposed to do and just keep going, then I'm going to end up, all of this is going to be done in vain, and I don't want to have that reaction, it might be okay for some people, but I just want to live above, above some things. And I want to live at a level of excellency. That's what I want to carry on until 2021. So, because of that, I was exercising, but I remember some of the videos that I was looking at in 2015, all the way up until I want to say 2018, 2019. And it was a lot of videos about healing the body and things like that. And some of the things helped me tremendously, even with what we're dealing with right now. It was talking about some of the things that we're having and we're coming into contact with. Like if rashes just appear out of the blue, how do you deal with them? If you have rashes on your feet, before this whole virus came about, there were a lot of people who were speaking on truth. And I will say this: there are a lot of people who speak, who know stuff, before we even know. Children of God know, doesn't mean He'll tell us, what's going on, but there are people who don't know God yet, who still know, like God is pouring His spirit on them, like they're able to see. And there were a lot of people who were on there, who were on YouTube for the most part, who were just spilling out knowledge. And I remember writing some of these things down. And because of that, it helped me. Had I did it earlier when God told me to do it, it would have definitely prevented me from even having any of these issues. But because I remembered and I followed the instructions, it helped me a lot, and it reduced my time being ill, and it just reduced my time from being ill. Dang, it look like I'm like 200 pounds just because my boobs are so huge, y'all. It's my boobs. I promise you, it's my boobs. But yeah, so it just reminded me of how in the Bible it talks about people perish for lack of knowledge, and understanding that when God gives you out something, how you have to move forward with it, how you have to not deter, no matter how exciting it is, nervous it is, whatever emotion it gives you, to keep pushing forward. And it's not just for you; it's for the generation behind you to go into. If you're a good person, if you're a good man, it leaves a legacy or a wealth beyond your generation. You're supposed to have generational wealth, meaning if when you pass on, you're not only supposed to pass on to your children, but your children's children. And when you don't adhere and seek and understand the knowledge of God, meaning the knowledge of the flesh as well as the knowledge of the spirit, how God will give us directions on what to take as far as jobs and how we conduct ourselves, which way to go, and when we don't listen to it, we end up perishing, so I thought about that. And even with virus and some of these other things, I had another friend or person that I was, in faith with. And I remember that we used to all do these cleanses and these things together. And she's still sick because she refused to do the things. And I'm like, okay, she's like, but it's going to take a lot of work. And I felt that way too. But it's like, if it's life or death, wouldn't you try to, get out of that mindset? He's trying to change your mind and say, you know what, prepare for this, to where the point you don't want the things that you used to want because it's not good for you. Because it's not good for you. So, yeah. So we perish for lack of knowledge. And it's also telling me about myself, how I need to progress and how I need to go forward and why, like I said, I needed to get up and I needed to move and I needed to do the things that I needed to do and keep going no matter what. Because I know sometimes I get stuck in fear, and my stuck of fear is a little bit different than some people, but it's like a lot of people that I do know. You only go so far and you teeter-totter because you know that the next step has another obstacle. So you like, I don't know if I want to do that obstacle, but I can't go back because I know if I go back, it's going to be worse. So now you're leaning and you're teaching over into the promised land instead of leaping into it. So that's why I have to push myself to get up and to get out and to speak. Most of all, speak. I hate. This has been great for me because I really hate speaking. Even though I'm great at public speaking, I hate speaking in front of a crowd. I really, 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 really hate speaking in front of a crowd. And I'm friendly to a lot of people, but I have, a certain group, and not because I'm, standoffish or stuck up or anything like that, or I'm just one-sided. I know that it takes a lot of energy, to help and bring things forth. So I have to have that very close-knit kind of grounding. I can't have loose-knitted people. And if you have so many people that are in your inner circle, it's so loose. How do you get to know them? How do they get to know you unless it's just one side and they're all getting to know you and you don't know anything about them? That's like, that's a ripoff. And what you think of it as being a ripoff, it's not just a ripoff to them, it's a ripoff to you because you don't know. Everyone has gifts and you want to know what those things are, how you're adding to their tree and how they're adding to your tree. You want to know. You want to know those things. So having those connections, I have that close because I always want to know, not to the point where it just doesn't grow. But I have to have that. I have to have that strong, solid kind of, I know what is what and that part. Everything else can kind of move, but the closer you get, God is in the center, then you got your family, then you got your friends and all those that has to stay close kind of for me. And it helps me because it gives me that foundation and it gives me that structure. What is it now? Yeah, my phone is going off. I had to literally put it on. I'm grateful that people are calling because there was a time that people did not call, but I literally had to put my thing on do not disturb today because I just really couldn't take it. I could not take it. It was just, I could not focus. I couldn't do anything else. So anyhow, but back to the story. Like I said, if it's something that you need to do, this is a new year, a new start. It might just be tomorrow. because we connect on. But this is a new start. Every day is a new start. Every day is a new year for me, to be honest. But this is a good time to think about those things and make decisions or choices based off of what you want to happen in reality. I want to go back to losing weight, go back to being healthy, and feeling good about myself. So I made it a duty to take my butt to that doggone wire, no matter what it looked like, no matter how bad it looks out there. I was out there tipping, toeing, all that, I made that time. It might not be for certain people. Some people probably don't want to do that. They okay with where they're at, but I want a different end result. Some people are not looking at that. But if you want an end result and you want something positive, you have to make those steps towards it. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and call my mother and wish her a happy new year. This is actually it's 2:30 my time. So, this is actually a good time to call her, because hopefully my aunt isn't calling her right now, or someone else is pranked on the phone. But this would be a great time to call her, because she's not going to be eating or doing anything else. So yeah, we'll see. And we'll see if they try to give you that shenanigans.
Richmond State Hospital. Please listen carefully to the following options. Wait while I transfer your call.
Richmond State Hospital operator.
Hi, I'm calling for 420 Unit A.
1 moment, please.
Honey, this is Kelsey.
Hi, this is 420 Unit A.
Yes.
Okay, I'm calling for Patricia Dean. My name is Belle Dean. Is she available?
Patricia, are you available?
I don't even know. How does she not know? Don't check out the schedule. It's the stuff I keep telling you. Maybe she knew.
Hello?
Hello?
I'm getting it for you right now.
Okay, thank you.
Hello?
Hello? Happy New Year, Mom.
Happy New Year.
What you doing?
Oh, getting ready for dinner.
For dinner? Mom, it's not 4 o'clock yet. It's only 2:40, 2:30.
Here. Okay, it is 2:30.
Yeah. You just get finished eating lunch at 1. Somebody eat dinner. You were looking forward. Did you go and exercise or something? I know classes are out.
We don't have to do nothing today.
I know, but still try to do something. It's cold outside.
Well, it ain't nothing today. Open, so.
You not watching TV or nothing?
No.
Okay.
I get your dress on.
What dress?
The black one.
The black. Oh, really? You like it? Did it fit?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Was you able to wear the tights with it?
I put the tights with the pajamas.
With the pajamas? Mom, you're supposed to wear the tights with the dress.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I get it right.
Yeah, you're supposed to wear the
Sure.
tights. Yeah, I'm positive, Bar. Yes, I'm positive. What you need? Some leg warmers? You need some leg warmers for the night?
Well,
So what you wearing with the dress? You gotta have some
I got the things with the clown.
the who?
With the clown.
With the
The
clown.
black. Yeah, the black leotard.
Oh, the black leggings.
With what's that clown name? Puppy or something.
With who?
With the black Who is that? Puppy, always cold.
Puffy cold.
Yeah, always a cold. He always cold.
I don't know, Mom.
That's him. That's the top. You gave me the top and the bottom.
The top and the bottom. I gave you some leggings and some
Yeah,
tights.
the top. And the top go with it.
The black and white dress.
I got the black and white dress, but I also got the top. It's the top.
What top? The red top?
It got a picture of the duck always on the ice trying to.
Daffy Duck?
No, not that.
Donald Duck?
Not Donald.
Ma, I don't even know. I don't remember giving you nothing with no ducks on it.
Well, it's here. Maybe you had it on the inside out.
No, I'm sure I didn't have no ducks. Or you talking about the leggings because they have like a quack duck on them?
On the top.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad you can fit it.
Yeah, I fit it off.
Okay. Well, that's good.
What you gonna do for New Year's?
Well, this morning, New Year's already here. This morning I went and exercised. I almost bust my face walking down the street.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was ice everywhere. It's ice everywhere. Like, it was not as bad as this, like, yesterday. And it was ice everywhere, but I went to go exercise. And then I'm going to finish labeling my makeup. And I have to file my taxes for my business because today is the day to do it. It's the deadline. You're actually supposed to get ready for the end of the year, but they give you all the way until like the 15th of January.
Yeah, they give you a break.
Yeah, so, and then since this time, they probably give you an extension like they did last year. They gave you all the way until like March or something to file it, but I don't want to wait to the last minute.
They probably will with all this judge stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Trump.
Yeah, so I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait to the last minute.
Trump just ought to step down. What's the matter with him?
Mom, that ain't got, listen, that's him. That's him. He want to act crazy. That's him. Let them be them. Look, I don't even look at that stuff physically no more. That's a spiritual battle. Let them deal with that. You know, I'm going to deal with my thing with God because people really don't think God is really coming back. That's the doggone thing. That's the thing. Everybody think they getting slick and people getting carried away about what's going on right now instead of not getting
carried away with
the wrong thing. Keep your mind focused on God. Period. Don't be looking at things. That's why I tell you, don't look at things. Yeah, they did you wrong. That's cool. But don't look at that. Look at the spiritual things so you can bust through that. So you can bust through so that other people can see and they won't feel when they get in that situation, they won't have to bow down to the system and they will be able to bust through because they will do some stuff supernaturally. You know, they see some stuff that just, yeah. So I ain't worried about them. I don't give a kid. Trump there.
Huh? Is your soul. That's the main thing.
Right.
Worry about.
Yeah, I don't care. Trump, Biden, I don't give a care. I don't care. Pikachu is the president. They ain't bothering me. Rachel and the crew. I don't care. I promise you I don't.
Because they doing all
the same thing. And it's like y'all sitting there, they arguing over the wrong things, and they not even looking at everything that's coming to them. You crazy?
They're going in a circle.
In a circle. It's going in. It ain't even a circle. They going in a circle and they going in a straight line, pushing everything on through. Don't matter who in there or what. They just still going. You like, what? Is you serious? That's why I tell you. That's why I tell you, Mom, when you go through what you told me before all this happened, stay focused. God ain't never lied to you. He ain't lied to you. I promise he ain't lied. When has God lied? Not never. Not never.
Right. God be true.
Not never. Let them do whatever. Let people go ahead and do whatever they want to. You just keep yourself focused. You keep yourself in line because God is the great avenger. He avenged those who, all you supposed to do is stand and do what he told you to do, point blank, period. That's why I told you, when you dealing with that stuff over there, I know it might feel lonely, but God is still with you. We still with you. All that, don't worry about it. Just do what you need to do, because God is he gonna render out judgment. Like, people don't really think that they not gonna get what they deserve to get, but they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. That's just, he don't have no respect to person. So you get yourself together. Right. If you're doing the right thing, all it's gonna do, and then when you get out, it's gonna make you stronger. And all it's gonna do is make somebody else, when they go through it, like, okay, she done did it. I got to go through it, because it's already proven that it can be done. That's it. Point blank, period. That's all we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So I know I done talked the whole 10 minutes.
No, they ain't bothering me.
Don't worry about it, Mom. Did you put on your hair? Did you put on your hair?
No, I got my hair on. Ain't got that much.
But you cut it off?
No, it's just like that. It's grown a lot, though.
Well, just put the wig on, Mom.
I will.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're right, I got to stay home.
Period.
Anyway.
Huh?
They planned all this. This is a trap.
That's what I'm saying. Don't exactly. But you know what? God is the only one who can get out of this. Don't worry about it. Don't trip.
He got me out of traps before. So.
Period, Mom. Period.
Yeah.
Okay. Period.
Yeah.
You got to think of this on a whole nother level. The more I start looking at it, and you know they ain't never give the one back that money.
They haven't.
No, that's why I said they playing. Let them do whatever they think they're gonna do, because God has the final say. Not me, not you, but God. All I'm trying to do is stand up and do what I'm supposed to do, and what God told me to do, and that's it.
Yeah, because now, even though time is short, people getting caught with stuff now.
Yep. Period. So everything you told me, I remember, Mom. Don't trip. Don't get faint-hearted. Don't get none of that. I promise you, when God told you, God showed me a lot of stuff too. So I'm not tripping. So yeah, but it's about 10 minutes, Mom.
God is not handicapped. He ain't deaf. He ain't dumb. He ain't none of this stuff.
Period. He will repay. Period. Yeah, but it's 10 minutes, Mom. So I know they're gonna come in there. So go ahead and get on the phone, Mom. But stay encouraged. You keep staying upbeat and uplift as many people as you can when you go around them. You don't know. God might be using you to help people that's in that situation right there with you.
Okay.
All right. Love you.
Love you too.
Later. Okay. So thank you guys for listening to that. That was a little bit more upbeat of a thing, of a conversation that I had with my mom. If you've been listening before, you can see that sometimes with my mom, with her emotions, it'll go way down, and it's sometimes harder to bring back up. But I know one thing for sure, my mom cares about. For one, that's me. Even when she gets out of it and she'll say that she hates me. If she sees something's happening to me or something and she can't even handle it and she's not in her own mind, sometimes it makes her snap. I think that's a mother instinct or something. The second thing is that if you say anything about God, my mom is really, 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 really super stuck on God. Like, they will call her a fanatic, but my mom will be like, look, this is some stuff I done did bad. I done did this, but God never fails this. And the things that we had, the conversations that we had, especially the ones recently, and I want to say during the time frame that I was going through what I was going through, all connected. Every single one of them connected. Okay. And like I told you guys, it was a time before when God was telling me that I to go and get my mother before this all happened, and she would not come, and she was already in a relationship. But how God told me not to step foot on the soil of this certain place. And if I did, it was like some kind of booby trap. I don't understand what it was, but I had got an offer to speak at this location. I got an opportunity to talk to people at that location and to build later. And I could not go there because I heard what God told me. Do not go there. It was going to be a trap. Now, I know you guys are, it's so many things that I can't really say because God has not given me that authority to say. But when she says there are traps, she's not lying. There's just so many coincidences that they don't add up no matter what is going on. Her being in there for that long, her having a place, they can't say this isn't a stable place and they won't release her. Knowing that she can go over here to this other arena and not letting it happen, it's a lot. And then even with the how they worded it and trying to say the things that they're trying to do, and they're supposed to be turning her life around and making things better. For the most part, they're not. They're keeping the medication part steady, but it's just so many things that are just trying to, pile up, and they're the wrong way. But what God was showing me is that if I do things the right way, if I do it based off of what he told me, because we are not perfect. When we mess up to fall and lean on him, he's going to take care of it. If you follow his promises and his precepts and everything else, guess what? He has no other right but to stand on his word. God says he puts his word above his name. So if you're standing on the precepts and you're following his commandments, now you've taken yourself out of the way. Because I might be afraid, but God says, fear not, for I am the Lord. He tells you to be of good cheer, be of good courage, to stand out and go on faith. If you've done that and you push through, then guess what? Because you're doing it based off of what his word says. So now you're standing on his word, meaning you're acting out on faith in his word. That means what you said and you stated based off his word, it has to come to pass. And that's good or bad. It's going to have to come to pass. Because it's his word. He just does not lie. One thing that he cannot do is lie, and not deliver. If he made a mistake and didn't deliver, guess what? That would make him a liar, and he's not. So that's why I was, having that conversation with my mother. I will show you guys. I still have to get the rest of that stuff taken off of that computer, but I'm going to show you guys, because a lot of the stuff has been just taken away or mysteriously gone. And I had to do a lot of work and a lot of research to get things back. And not only that, God has really kept me kind of close, because sometimes things are happening because of the great reveal. The great reveal, meaning like things that are happening in his timing at a later date. And you have no other choice but to follow that. Some people think that it is the enemy that is cutting off their circuits and their lives and all that. But God was showing me that too. Like a lot of that is, but a lot of it isn't. It's just doing that because sometimes God will let you know that you're talking too much. You need to shut up. And it's not time yet, because you get excited. We all get excited, but it's not time yet. So those, that's the reason why I haven't shown some of them. Other ones, I just have gotten pushed away, been attacked, and just fell a little bit back. So I'm trying to get better with that. And yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see, how good God is, because I know this ain't me. But I know for certain what God said and how it's going to help people. It's going to help so many people, even until when I'm gone. It's going to bring more people to God, and it's going to set so many people free, because so many people have been in bondage. And I think that's the main thing that we're supposed to do. We are all reporters. We're supposed to be pointing, look. If you can see, and not only that, people are going to see for real that what God's word is saying is so. Like, even with the years. Y'all think about that with the years, and people like, oh yeah, we're getting a harvest. But didn't God say in the Bible, like the 49 years and the 50th year for the Jubilee? Think about that and ask your parents, the people who are 50 and over 50, and ask them. Yeah, it has to be people over 50, and ask them what was going on during their time. Not only that, ask the people who were 70 what happened with their time, because then you can see some of the history. It's a reason why, people are really talking about, getting rid of the older generations and all this. It's a reason why, because you get the knowledge from the past. If you get some of that, you're going to be able to see some things come to fruition. But I have been talking a lot, so I'm going to get off of here. Thank you guys for watching that. And hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. And thank you so very much. Bye.